positive lightning. The role of positive lightning in air accidents would never have won official recognition if plane crash investigator Peter Claydon hadn't seen his friend struck by lightning. The drama began at the London Gliding Club.
That day looked reasonable. It started off a little bit of low cloud and then it cleared to a nice blue sunny April day, and it was a nice day for flying.
We took the glider out of the hangar here. We then towed it over to the launch point.
I wasn't aware Peter was flying because there were a lot of people flying that day.
I didn't take any particular notice of the dark cloud.
But that whole section of sky was black, evil-looking black, and it was slowly encroaching upon the airfield.
And that's when things went wrong.
Well, I'd landed and taxied in and was keeping an eye on the sky, as pilots generally do. And suddenly there was this very bright streak of light diagonally across the sky.
The force of the explosion had burst both of my eardrums.
I was aware of what was obviously a glider, descending nose down, rotating as it did so.
I do remember all my clothes fluttering wildly. I remember pulling the ripcord, and I then remember being surrounded with, like autumn leaves, all the little bits of glider that were all fluttering to the ground.
Peter Claydon realised that if his plane had been hit, he would have been killed. He'd not been wearing a parachute.
Had I been struck by lightning, then almost certainly I wouldn't be standing here now.
The crash was a mystery. Gliders had been struck before and survived. Peter Claydon wanted to know why this bolt was so devastating.
I thought this might actually be a very good opportunity to look at the subject of lightning, and we discussed ways in which we may be able to quantify the level of energy in the strike by test work at the laboratories.
The laboratory could simulate ordinary lightning, but the damage to this glider was very much out of the ordinary.
This actually came from the glider which was struck. It hasn't actually melted. What you can see is simply the magnetic forces which have crushed the pipe down, and it is indicative of the fact that it was a very severe strike which took this glider.
To simulate the lightning strike, we actually use an impulse generator which can generate over 1 million volts.
The lab found their machines